Hi, my name is Johnny Chiu. I'm from JC Architecture and Design, based in Taipei, Taiwan. Today I'd like to show you two projects from the company. We go into discussion about culture, about materiality, and of course about ethics. Let's get started. The first project is actually a furniture piece that we developed recently. We call it Bloom. Buckminster Fuller is always an inspiration of mine. Based on architecture thinkings, we're always trying to challenge the existing model, even for a furniture piece. The client is Kobe beef, so one of the most beautiful beef brands in the world. It melts in your mouth. Absolutely amazing. When they came to us, they wanted to have the beef cowhide also make into leather furnitures, such as these. But these really beautiful, for example, Italian furnitures, they actually have a very thick leather base. So it's usually 2.3, 2.6. And we found that the Kobe leather itself, unfortunately, is very, very thin. To cultivate the meat with a lot of fat, the skin is usually raised roughly 1.3, 1.6, so that you get all the marbling inside the skin. So what happened is a lot of Kobe leather then is being disposed. It's a lot of shame. But they want to try to see if they can make into really beautiful and luxury furnitures. So the task belonged to us. We did a lot of research, and one of the research we saw was that there was, even though the leather hide was very thin, but it has a lot of high density of fibers. It means that it could stretch quite well. So we're thinking, rather than just using it on a piece of surface, like wrapping with something, can this leather be thought of like a stretchable furniture that we can pull it out and then create this beautiful shape that then people can sit in and enjoy? We started the test with actually paper. We're not sure if our thinking could really work. So this is a paper model. We did it in the back of our office. We tried many different shapes, and this shape seems to be following the exact contour that we wanted it. And you know where the shape came from? It's actually from our festivity that in Taiwan, every store opening or every season, we open this up, red pineapple, to have a very prosperity, a sense of feeling. So as you can see, a lot of influence from here, but now it's how do you test it out even into a structure that people can sit on. So we begin the thought process with actually architecture, from a surface, not as a cladding material but as a structure. Started with 3D and then started with paper models, more paper models. Here now you can see the full shape, and then finally the leather shape, still like really soft in a way that it's really collapsed. And then finally we found the right formula of the fold, of the stitch, and of the shape to have this full bloom chair with us. Because the way we design it as well, the leather is 90 degrees, so it allows a lot of porosity, allowing the rain to go down. So the leather was also waterproof treated to be able to sit outside as outdoor furniture. Many people ask me how comfortable it is. So here's my partner's son, relaxing and just enjoying the moment. You can see the beautiful Japanese craftsmanship of all the stitching and the buttons as well that ties everything together. share with you our launch in Taipei.
各位嘉宾、各位来宾、各位女朋友，感谢各位的莅临。那么我们 Bloom Chart 的媒体发布会正式要开始。
It has traveled, since its completion, has traveled around the world, going to Design Art Tokyo, feature on various magazines, newspapers, travel to Maison Object, and then finally the holy grail of the world, the Furniture Fair Milan Salone. Was a very beautiful reception. We were able to showcase to the whole media and all the public, and for people to really try on. Here is when we're demonstrating the fold very easily, open it up, operable, so you can imagine carrying with you all over the world your own personalized Kobe leather sofa. Actually, this is in regards to another aspect which we really care about. When we're designing furniture, we always think about the big transportation costs, especially from Europe to Asia. But if we can rethink the design of furniture from the beginning to also reduce the footprint, the transportation carbon footprint, then it could be, you could save a lot of transportation energy as well. So here is from an example from Asia to Europe. It usually costs about 100 kilos of CO2 emission. This is the Bloom chair. Okay, this is my colleague. He's 185 centimeters. You can see this Bloom chair, how compact it is and flat packed into this tiny thing. And we are able to actually reduce to 1/10 of the transportation carbon footprint needed. So only 10 kilos CO2 per chair from Asia to Europe. So we're very excited about this. It also means that you can just pop in your luggage and then carry it everywhere. It comes in peach pink and chocolate gray, and it's on our website. If you'd like to purchase one, welcome. The second project I want to show is discussing from materiality to design to branding. This is a bigger industrial project for us. It's about redesigning this ship.
连续34年往返高雄和澎湖的台华轮，就在6号晚间正式起航前一刻，设计师首度曝光设计全过程。
当我们进入 So this ferry travels between the main island, the Taiwan, and the Penghu Islands, which is just off the coast of Taiwan. This ship that we're designing is actually to replace Taihua, which has been in the water for 38 years, if you can believe it or not. It's a historical relic that still moves people from place A to place B. So, yes, our task is to redesign this ship from this to this. The seating cabins to this, and sleeping quarters to this, and lobbies. Okay, we have two big challenges when we're doing this design. First challenge is that we work with a Japanese construction and design company. So they are a little far away, and there's a lot of stories that we want to implement to the ships, which from a foreign perspective, it's a little bit difficult to understand. So they were giving us all these renderings of the new ship design, and we're trying to figure out if there's a better way to design the Penghu ship, especially if we can recreate the Penghu living standard or the living ideas, or how the beautiful of Penghu into this boat. Challenge 2, okay, is that a plane from Taiwan to the island is only 40 minutes. The fast boat is 80 minutes. And this new ship is actually 6 hours. Okay, so who would actually be attracted enough not to take an airplane, but to take the ship of 6-hour travel? It's a very slow process. So our concept is to really rethink about this. If we cannot go fast, if we cannot beat the planes, why don't we travel slower and allow the people to come on board and really enjoy the slowness? Why slow? Also, Penghu is about slow life. So if we can combine the speed of the boat and the Penghu slowness, then we can really let everyone enjoy the beautiful scenery, enjoy the life, enjoy the drinks, enjoy the friends, and enjoy the laughter. We look into different slowness that Penghu have. The gradual tides, walking by the river, the ocean, paddling in the water 2 kilometers per hour, swimming elegantly in the ocean. Each of these slowness correspond to a type of materiality that we want to showcase, and then we bring that materiality on board the ship. So it's almost like an island itself traveling out of Penghu, and then the Penghu moves in the ocean in between Taiwan and Penghu Islands. So I'll share with you 2 examples how we do this. For example, the economy seat. At the beginning, we received this image from the shipbuilder. We're like, there's a lot of green inside, and we're not sure why. There's green carpets, green seats, green curtains. So we're asking, where did get the green inspiration from? And they gave us this image, because Penghu cactus was it's all over the place. So maybe they thought the idea of green is great inside. We thought, okay, instead of the green cactus, maybe we can present the slowness idea into the ship. Okay, so this is what we did. From the seaside of the white ocean to the deep ocean of the dark blue, and then create a very natural feel, almost like a tide sweeping you away, sweeping you out into the sea, and then really allowing you to capture the view even more. We look at all the seating design and also lighting design as the ship travels at night. Business seats. Okay, so we asked, how come there's these pink seats in the middle? So they have this cactus ice cream, and the fruit of the cactus is pink. We're thinking, okay, maybe we can recreate a business cabin, more like beautiful blue colors, a beautiful wood ceiling. So when you rest up, your eyes are well rested and comfortable. Yeah. So very fortunately, they were able to accept our design ideas and our concepts, and then so we started to push the whole slowness idea into the reception lobby, into the restaurant, into the exterior. So this is one of the cabins. This is a VIP suite. Yeah, even the corridors or the signage, we were able to help and assist in a way. In these deck outdoors, we just recolor the floor, put a seat there, and so really allow people to really enjoy that moment and looking out into the different islands. It's a really beautiful scenic ride, and for a really relatively public ticket pricing as well. So I really encourage you, if you have the chance, The ferry across the water, very expensive for ticket, but here this is the government ferry, so just public transportation. So come on board and enjoy the cruise, the slowness of the life with us. Very nice. Like I said, the boat is built in Japan. This is when it's celebrating the finishing and then going back to Taiwan. So on June 12th, it opened. Kids are happy, a lot of public celebrations, traditional ceremony, the drums. But every time I look at this, right, every time I look at the opening ceremony, I always wonder what else I can do as a designer to really change. So not always the red carpets, not always these tents, and maybe not always, just a standardized gifts. We wanted the gifts that were given out and also products that were sold on board to continue the spirit of this boat. So in Taiwan, often when we have an opening ceremony, we're giving out these gifts from the government, and sometimes they are not very pleasant. So we're thinking, how can we do it so it's more elegant and it continues the story of the brand? As we travel across the ocean, we see there are many wastes, fishing nets, bottles. The ocean is just filled with litters, right? If we can somehow reclaim these, what can we do with it? Penghu is also known for a lot of beautiful sunshine, blue beaches, white beaches, blue oceans, and we thought maybe what we could do is we can reclaim these fish nets, plastic bottles, and then make into sunglasses. So here it is, and here's my sunglasses made from fishnet waste. Comes in black and white, and this is our vision. The president coming for the opening ceremony, everyone's wearing one, and then cutting the ribbon in front of the Penghu boat. Thank you. That's my sharing today of two of our projects. I hope you like them. Welcome to leave me a message. Yes, I look forward to seeing you guys next. Bye-bye.